Sai Ram. Then why we say Sai Ram? You know that? We are requesting Bhagavan, please come here to bless us. That's why we call Sai Ram, please come. Right. Advaitam, I will give the meaning of every word later on. Achyutam, Anadim, Anantarupam. Adyam, Purana Purusham, Navayabbanam cha. Vedeshu Durlabam, Adurlabam, Atma Bhakto. Partisam, Adi Purusham, Tamaham Bhajami. God is said to be one. Advaita means he is non-dual. There is no second person to him. He is second to none. Only one. People call him with many names. You can call him Allah, you can call him Jesus, you can call him Jehovah, you can call Rama, Krishna, whatever the names you want, you can call him. But only one. That is Achyutam. He never falls down. He is always full of victory. He does not know what his defeat is. We know the defeat, but he does not know the defeat. Achyutam. Anadim. Before we are born, Malaysia was here. Before Malaysia, world was there. Before world, sun planet was there. Before that, universe was there. Before that, he was there. So nobody knows what is his date of birth. Therefore, he is Anadi, oldest personality. Ananta Rupam. He always appears according to wishes of devotees in any form you like. If you want a particular form, he appears in that particular form. That is the personality of God. Adyam. That is, again, actually, Adyam means he is beginner. He is beginner. We call him creator. Purana Purusham, oldest personality. But Navayapan, whenever he appears before you, he appears in a full youthful form. He does not appear like a 5,000-year-old man. Always full of youthful forms. Vedeshu Durlabam. Just because you read all scriptures, it does not mean that you can go near to him. Atma Bhakta, if you have heart, if you have devotion in your heart, you can go nearer to him. He will also come near to you. So learn to love him first. Partisam. Parti means place called Puttaparthi. That is the spiritual capital of the entire world. Isa, controller. Partisam means he is the one who controls Partisam. Puttaparthi is known as Swami. Adi Purusham, he is the oldest personality, supreme personality of Godhead. Tamaham, we all put together, Bhajami, worship him at his lotus feet. This is the meaning of this prayer. It's a prayer. And my salutations to all the people who are here. This is my third center. So I'm going to centers for the first time only, but I've seen a lot of people with different people. But though this country consists of many religions, but all of you join together, sitting in one particular place, and you call yourself a Sai devotee. That's a very, very appreciable thing. Okay, in our country, we do not have much of religion, either one or two. But here we got 3 or 4 religions joined together and appreciating the beauty of Lord. And I saw some prayers there, take my soul or take my body and all those things. No, that's good. But whenever you want to give something to somebody, you can't give it one which is dirty, isn't it? You like to clean it, make it nice, pack it nice with the cover, put a ribbon there and present it, it looks nice. You can't give it as it is, which has to be repaired. Your soul, you say, take my soul. First thing Swami will ask, is it clean? Is it pure? Or is it contaminated? If it is contaminated, go back, clean it, and then come to me. Take my body. Your body, what sort of mistake, how many sins you have committed, how many wrongs you have committed, count before you give. When you give, the man who receives must be happy to receive. But we still take my soul, as if it has nothing to do. Who has given that soul? He has given. He has only made you to live in this world. The soul belongs to him. When he gave you with full of divinity, no flaw, whatever it is. But when you are giving back to him, we should also give it to the same line, isn't it? We borrow something from vessel from the neighbor. For use it, you clean it, you do your job. After you wash it, clean it, dry it, then only you can give back to him. You cannot give just like that as it is. The next time you won't get it. Isn't it? So therefore, let your soul be clean. Let your body be clean. Let your mind be clean before you offer to God. Now, how to clean all these things? Car service is there, a servicing center is there. Then what else you can already hair is point, go to hairstyle, make hairstyle very beautiful. But how to make your soul beautiful, how to make your heart beautiful, mind beautiful, body beautiful. So beautiful, you can go to the beautiful parlor. But that's not the beauty that he wants. He wants your original personality. What is original personality? You are part of me. That's what he says. When you are part of me, whatever I have, you should also have the same thing. When you, for example, you are there, your shadow is there. You can't separate yourself and the shadow separately. Isn't it? Even if you lift your hand like that, shadow also lift your hand. So God says in the scripture, you are made in my image. That's what Christianity says. You are made in my image. So it means whatever God does, you should do. Are we doing it? First question. Are we doing it? This is the first question. You have to answer yourself. You have to analyze yourself. Whether we do whatever Swami does, whatever the Lord does. Number one. So number two, He has given a body. Below that body there is senses. Then there is one mind. And there is one intelligence. And below intelligence there is one called consciousness. Or you can call it spirit. Before that, He is present. So in our body, we have all these 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are you using all the 6 is the question. In a computer, when you buy a computer, it has got 200 functions, example. But somebody uses 10 functions, somebody uses 20, somebody is 30, somebody is 40 functions. Nobody uses very few, maybe all the 200 functions are used, very few, 1 or 2. Similarly here, are you using all the 6? The answer is no. We are using only 99% of our people are using 1 and 2 and 3. There is mind 1 to 3. Mind is 3. Mind gives all thoughts. So many thoughts are coming from your mind. The mind is instructs senses, sensing the body to move. That's what we do. Is it correct? You are not using the balance 4, 5, 6. Therefore, you are not a human being unless you use this 4, 5, 6. You are only using 1, 2, 3. That is animals. So you must use 4, 5, 6. This is the reason why elder Swami has descended here to prove to the children Balavikas first, because elderly people already got all sorts of rubbish in the material world. It's difficult to change them. When Darshi came, he is the only incarnation. Rama did not take any much of interest with his children. Krishna did not take, Jesus did not take, Buddha did not take, Prophet Muhammad did not take about the children. But in this incarnation, he wanted to start with the children first. He put a seed of divinity in them, and he started your Balavikas classes. Group 1, group 2, group 3, group for children. Why? He says, in this particular millennium, husband and wife are both go for a job. Children are left at home with a nanny or with a servant maid and all that. So children did not have the motherly love. When they do not have motherly love, God comes. God, He sends His love, calling you all the people to join Balavikas children. See, you just imagine, today all your Balavikas children are, when compared to the other children of the outside world, there's a lot of comparison between our children and their children. Do you agree? Yes. Because our children are firm. They have, you see, the graduation ceremony I saw that day in your convocation. How those 61 people, they're all spiritual pearls of your country. See, they're teenagers. They were given solemn prayer that they will work for the country, for the welfare of the society. Whereas we, at that age, we were not. We are only playing or roaming here and there. So they are more fortunate than ourselves. So only thing, we should not spoil them. Make sure that the parents do not spoil the children. Let them come up in the Sai's ideals and Sai's ideals and principles. That's the reason why Swami, from the beginning till he left this world, he only sacrificed for the children. He did not think of elderly people. Elderly people he utilized to do certain jobs. But he has given his whole life for the children. He says, my assets are my children. This is what he said. Starting from middle LKG class to the graduation. That's why he has given free education, no charge, no fees, nothing, starting from LKG to MBA, no charge. Everything is free. That is the only university which is given free education system. And apart from curriculum, they also have educare. Educate also is taught to them. What is educate? Who are you? First point. You say, I am a man. No. What is your name? My name is so-and-so. No, that is not correct. When you say, I ask for where is Mr. Robert Taylor? Robert Taylor looks as if I am Robert Taylor. No, you are not. According to this, you are not. Why? You are known as, because the spirit in you, you are able to sit here, talk here, listen to hear everything. Once the spirit goes out, what happens? What happens? You are dead. So the body is dead. Body is lying here, but no motive, no action. So because the spirit, life is there. So that the spirit is yours, that's what I'm going to do. All religions say, you say, my soul, that is yours. That soul is yours, and the body is a carrier of the particular soul. So the moment soul goes away, the body dies. So you are that spirit, keep that in mind. You have to understand that I am the spirit. That spirit comes from God. So I am also God. Swami also says, I am also God, you are also God. Jesus says, I and you are one. Have you seen Jesus' Christianity? He says, first of all, he said, I am the Son of God. Second, he said, I am the messenger of God. Third, he says, I and you are one. What does it mean? You and I are one, are inseparable. So this is the reason why, in this particular millennium, he sacrificed most of his time to the children, at the same time asking elders people to cooperate with the children, so that the children become tomorrow, they are the torch bearers of this world. Today, you don't know, many countries like UAE means Muslim country, there, Swami's name is, so much is there, so much importance they give. So, in the Middle East countries, just give an example, I've been to UAE for some function, where one of our Indians started the factory, inauguration of the factory. So I also went there. And then there we have to keep a big jar box like glass jar like this. You are supposed to put your visiting card and then enter, even though there is an invitation for you. So I did not have any business card. I put Swami, Sathya Sai Baba, President. I put it. And all the ministers are the same level. We don't know who is the minister, who is the driver. All dressed the same thing. So next day morning, 11 o'clock, my friend telephoned to me, sir, education minister wants to see you. I said, why? What's wrong with me? Arey Baba, if minister calls, if I go there, I may not come back. What to do? No. He wanted to talk to you, he wanted to see you. You also come, man. I do not know anybody there. No, I'll also come. At what time? No, according to your convenience. Arey Baba, in our country, we have to wait for 3 hours for a minister. But here, the minister is waiting for us. Okay, we'll come. How will we come? No, minister will send his car. So we went there, and in the portico, a lot of 6 or 7 Arabs are there, same dress. We don't know who is who, what is what. Somebody opened the door. I said, please, welcome. These people also speak English very good. I said. And he took us to his room. I saw on one side so many swords, different swords. Arey Baba, to cut me one sword is enough, so many swords are there. And this time also a lot of guns, various types of guns. Arey Baba, so many guns are there, so many swords are there. I got scared. And this man said, please be seated. And he went in. So I told my friend, now this is our own style, minister will come only after 4 hours, we are going to sit here till then. Oh, sir, the man who opened the door is the minister, he said. Now in our house, in our part, no, minister means he won't come, he will only come after 4 hours. He's the one who opened the door, he said. Then he came back and he sat. He said, are you comfortable in my country? That is English. He's an education minister, Nabi of the Sheikh. So naturally I had to praise him. Oh, your country is the greatest, it's like heaven. What else I can say? I thought I would go away so that he will release me from there. No, very nice, very nice. And after 3 or 4 minutes, I had no I had no points to say. I had to keep mum. Then all of a sudden, he came, bended down like this. How is Sai Baba? I was taken aback. The education minister, pure Islam, 100% Arabic, 100% true Muslim, is asking about Sai Baba. Yes, I saw you. He started talking to me. I was listening to him now. There are 5 or 6 religions in this world. Sai Baba is the only personality we can amalgamate all the 5 or 6 into one religion called love. We all watching when it's going to happen. See, we are all fighting among ourselves, we are fighting. When the love of religion is there, nobody will fight. So this is what we do, we are expecting. And then I was taken aback the way she was talking about Sai Baba, Muslim, a minister is talking. I became a student and he is a teacher. I was listening. Then, after some time, I asked my friend, I take some vibhuti packets to Swami. I said, can I give one vibhuti to him? Slowly I told my friend, he listen, sir, please give me vibhuti. I take it because whenever there is a depression, I use it. Please give it to me. So then next question, can I have darshan of Baba? Look at the language, darshan of Baba. A Muslim country, Islamic, purely Islam, he says darshan is the word, Sanskrit word. I said, certainly sir, you can always welcome, Swami will certainly welcome you, and all, this is what I said. Then afterwards I came back, I went and told Swami, reported to Swami. Whenever I go abroad, I always give a report to Swami. Swami, this is what happened, he wants to come, he wants to see you, he wants to have darshan with you. All right, I asked him to come. So I sent a message, you can come, only thing is please give in advance for 3-4 days time. From Abu Dhabi, he got all the permission from the government of India. From his own plane, private plane, he landed in Puttaparthi. Now Puttaparthi, he got an airport, you know that. He landed there. Evening about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. At that time, Swami was not there, Swami was in the room, retired. And we gave him a room, he stayed there, he had slept in the next day morning, 8 o'clock, he came, had 1 hour, Swami and this Mr. alone their interview. Then after 1 hour, he came back. And then I said, are you comfortable, sir? Everything is okay for you? He asked me that question, are you comfortable in my country? He said, now I must ask him, are you comfortable here? You know what he said? I saw Allah. That is the language, this is the word he used. I saw Allah. I felt that I was in the house of Allah. Just imagine. Then he left. Like that, so many countries like that. For example, Venezuela, Venezuela is a communist country. You know that? It's a communist country. There we have Sathya Sai organization. In that Sathya Sai organization, they do service. They go to hospitals, see the patients, talk about their welfare and all those things. We pray for you. They give some Swami with a packet and then some apple or fruit, whatever it is. So when every Wednesday they go, they pay a particular day. They are allowed because regularly they are coming. So no security for them. In one particular room, no, you can't go here. They said, why? What's wrong? No, this is a VIP here. You can't go. In the meanwhile, hospital authorities said, no, let them go. I said, nothing will happen. No security for them. Let them go. So our people went there and they talked to him. Sir, God bless you. This and all sorts of things. They asked, who are you? They said, we are from Sathya Sai organization. Who is Sathya Sai Baba? Where is he? He is in Puttaparthi, India. What do you say? We love. We are all children of God. And all those things. And every Wednesday we come. And I say, every Wednesday you come? I said, okay. So next Wednesday also you come? Yes, sir. Next Wednesday will come, but you will not be here. You go home. He said. How do you know that I'll go? How do you know my disease will be all right? You are going home, sir. You will not be here next Wednesday. So Monday he went back. He verified with the government of India, spies and all this, who are these people, whether they belong to any what do you call that, some sort of terrorism, this and that, they verified. No, Sathya Sai is a very peaceful country, lovable, all those things. Then he called our organization people, what is it you are doing? Educare. Please give us the system, educare. They started implementing. And President and his wife, without the knowledge of anybody, came as an ordinary people. She wore a sari, and because Swami always wear, Mahilas only wear sari. She learned to wear sari and sat. Then only somebody told me she is the wife of the president. See how he changes. He stays in Puttaparthi in a small place like that. He is only 5 feet 3 inches in height. But how much he covers all over the world. So we are all fortunate to be under him. Am I not correct? Many millions of people have been sent into the world. Many are called, but few are chosen. Those chosen people are ourselves. So therefore, we have to be patient and perseverant, follow his instruction, follow his ideal principle, and then automatically you need not have love him. He loves you. He takes care of you. He protects you. So therefore, we have to follow his instruction very, very neatly. If you follow his instruction, no religion is required, no prayers are required, all these asatama, satyam, all these things not like, as long as you are with him and he is with you. The soul is the representative of his. So if you are able to realize that you have that spirit in you, you realize that God is in you. If the God is in you, you don't require anything else. He protects you from all the sides, all the 360 degrees. See, generally, you must have seen his hairs, full of hair. You know what he said? When he is walking, he says on the 50th line, third person is sleeping, go and tell him not to sleep. How did he speak? He said, my hair will see, he says. So that is his keeper. So when you go to Puttaparthi, wherever you are seated, he is watching you. Even if you sit in the corner without anybody, he knows. But here, he knows. Whenever you go there, you will ask for a report. Where did you go? What happened? What did you speak? So I have to remember what all I said. I can't bluff there. Suppose I forget some 2-3 points. Hey, this you said, you did not tell me now here. See, he knows. I do not. We forget because our mind is weak. So like that, you see, we have to be extraordinarily careful. Flawless. We should be flawless. I was with him from 1967, 50 years. How much of blows I got it from him, you know that? To correct. Not blows, we should be like children before them. He corrects so that he transforms you from minus to zero, zero to plus. And I was a pakka 100% atheist. When I go, who believes in all this? See how he is from minus. At least you people started your life with zero, zero to plus, minus to zero, then zero to plus. And he made me to read all the scriptures, including India, Bible and all those things. I gave a talk in churches in New York, in Staten Island, there's a New York there. There, in the church, that pastor, that is, it's a Protestant church, it's a pastor, he met me, I was giving a talk for our organization there. He also came there. Pastor wanted to see what we are talking. And he was very much impressed. He said, so I was quoting a lot of biblical quotations for them because of the American crowd. So you have given a lot of quotations of the Bible, and you also told us how to implement. See, you want to know the quotation, but we don't know how to implement. But you are telling practical example. You do come to our church to give a talk, he said. Yes, I will come. Shall I send the car? Not necessary. We'll come, somebody will take the car. So when we went to church, he was giving a lecture, he stopped it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now having a Hindu, that's why I was introduced a Hindu from India. And he so-and-so, and he was talking about Jesus, and he gave a lot of quotations and examples how to follow. So now I request Mr. Krishnamurthy to come to the podium and address us. So I went there. Brothers and sisters, Father Pastor introduced me as a Hindu. I am not only a Hindu but also a Christian. Why I am a Christian? Because the moment I see the cross, the first one, I, ego. Remove that ego. That's what Jesus tells me out of that cross. I am in the path of removing my egoism. Therefore I am a Christian. And Father so-and-so is not only a Christian but also a Hindu. I said. Why? Hindu is the word derived from two words, he plus do. He means himsa, violence. Do means do. One is away from violence. One who loves non-violence. He loves non-violence. So easy. You also love non-violence. You are also a Hindu. So why all these religions is man-made, my dear sir? God does not want. There is a course is there, degree is there. You are studying chemistry, you are somebody studying physics, somebody studying mathematics, somebody studying zoology. But all the degrees are given by one vice chancellor. He is the one who signs all the degrees, isn't it? He is not bothered with study chemistry, physics, but studies chemistry for one semester, change it to another semester to physics, another semester to mathematics, you won't get a degree at all. So therefore, if you belong to one particular religion, follow that religion completely. Swami always say, if you are a Hindu, be a better Hindu. If you are a Christian, be a better Christian. If you are a Muslim, be a better Muslim. Don't change it. Because you see, you can attain divinity in the particular, following the particular rules itself. Because all these religions are given to us by the God-realized souls. Not because for the sake of publicity or not because for the sake of money. They want you to be happy to live and feel the presence of God in you. That is the purpose of giving all the religion. The word religion comes from the Greek word called religare. Religare means to unite. You must have seen the French people, in those days, British Army we say, French people will say French Legion. In those days, now it will now become French Army also. British people dominated, they changed. Legion means to put together. One which is scattered, so real religion, all are scattered. What are these things that are scattered? Each spirit, each love, spirit in everybody is scattered here and there. All the spirits have to come together. That is religion. That means unity among our spirit. Different bodies, maybe a female body, maybe a male body, maybe a white body, maybe a black body, maybe a red body, all those immaterial. The spirit that is in you is the same as a man who is in USA, man who is anywhere in the world. That spirit belongs to him. He is the owner. Huh?
Uncle, thank you very much, Uncle. We wanted to continue, but I've been with Uncle last 6 days. He arrived on the 1st, and I've been with him, and he narrated a lot of his personal experience with Swami, which really moved me. Earlier, he was signing. Then I asked him, why, Uncle, you got a big ring, He said, Swami gave, Then he took the pen, Uncle, this pen also Swami, yes, Montblanc pen Swami gave, materialized and gave. Then I told Uncle, your watch is so beautiful, very nice gold watch. Swami also materialized, long jeans, This is all branded one Swami has materialized for him. And then I asked Uncle, one day I was sitting in veranda, and he was seated also there. Then Swami suddenly called and said, Murthy, Krishnamurthy, come, you tell about the accident. So he spoke about the accident. So Uncle, I want you to talk about the accident. I would like to want you to share that, because in thousands of Swami called you to narrate that. And then also, all your parts of your body, all okay, and the other one is that, recently, when Swami, before Swami passed away, there was the water project came, and the Tamil Nadu was ruled by DMK, they don't believe in religion, and Uncle was an instrument to get Karunanidhi, the Chief Minister and Swami together, and Swami materialized a lot of things and got, him to follow Swami's teaching. Uncle, you don't mind?
Yes, sir. So first you wanted to talk about the accident. So 1990, July 29th, myself, a friend of mine, and Rajasit, my wife, I was driving the car. You must have seen those who come to Puttaparthi via Bangalore. There is a place called Chikballapur. There is a small town. 7 kilometers before that, I was driving, a buffalo came, so I applied the brake. When I applied the brake, the car somersaulted 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stood on its wheel. So I asked my friend, I said, verify whether anything, any bones broken or any bleeding. So he verified and showed his hand like this. I'm okay. I asked my wife, you also verify? She also said okay. So for me, the collarbone was broken here. See that? It was broken. I could not lift my right hand, but no pain. So there are 2 suitcases which I carried in the car. One belongs to Swami, one belongs to me. My luggage was in the road, Swami's luggage was in the car. Like, the luggage has got more value than ours. Then I went there, lifted me in the left hand, put it in the car, and then drove to Chikballapur slowly. Roof was broken, roof was torn. You can sit in the car, you can see the sky. That is the condition of the car, you can imagine. So we went to Chikballapur, telephoned to our people. They came, they saw the car, they were doubt whether we were alive or not. So they took us, went to the Bangalore. Bangalore doctor said, no, we have to scan here, come here, internal bleeding, muscle torn, or bones broken. We don't want all those things, we are going home, leave it to us. Nothing is, we are happy, nothing goes wrong with us. No, scan, we have to do scanning. No scanning. We refused to. Myself and my wife went back, and I sent a telegram to Swami that the accident happened, I'll come after 3 weeks. So after 3, there was a bandage here, after the bandage removed, so I went. When I went to Puttaparthi, there is an airport, you must have seen, there is an airport in Puttaparthi. So there was a gentleman, his name is Oberoi, he was in charge of the airport, he was a good friend of mine. So the moment I go there, hey Krishnamurthy is around, kaisa hai aapka accident? What happened? How is your accident? What accident? July 29th, you have somersaulted 4 times and stood on its wheel. What is this? How do you know all those things? What is this? He was trying to fooling me of something. Tell me, I said, tell me. Swami told me. What did Swami say? See, he calls you buffalo. He calls me buffalo. That buffalo was driving the car. Another buffalo came up. So this buffalo operated the brakes. So the car went for a short cycle. I had to stop all the car in the front, all the transportation in the front. I had to stop all the lorries and trucks are coming in the front, in the back. And here there is a ditch of 20 feet below, another 20 feet below. And the gas is full of, the tank is full. So I did not want the car to burn. I kept the car to stand on its wheel. This is what Swami said. Buffalo, he does not know how to drive. So I went there and sat slowly. And Swami came out. He looked at me. That means, how are you? So I said, that's all the answer. Nothing. Because we cannot talk in front of everybody. So many people are there in the veranda, you know. So next day, I'll come. I mean, I'm going to Vrindavan. You also come. Vrindavan means Whitefield. So we went there. So about Japanese, about 400 delegates are there at that time. Hey, you speak. So I started prayer like this. Hey, all this prayer later on, man. We talk about car accident. So in the car accident, like this happened. Swami saved me. I did not save you. He said, what is this, Swami? If you did not save me, who else could have saved me? That's a different question. You said, Swami saved me. I am telling you, I did not save you. Tell them. How can I tell them, Swami, that you did not save me? They will push me outside. This is the truth, I said. Then Swami, one more request. You tell me what happened. Then he said, July 29th, on that day at 10:48 a.m., you are supposed to have been dead in that accident because you are the driver. But when all these 40 years or 30-40 years, you are coming to Puttaparthi, you are doing some seva. Whenever they are doing the seva, people say, so many religious people are there, so many languages people are there, they don't know anything, you do not know anything. They only say Sai Ram. You also say Sai Ram. They say, thank the Lord. Thank you. They say, thank the Lord. That's what I used to say. You said, thank the Lord. So all their gratitude come to me. I opened a bank account in your name, in my spiritual bank in the world, in heaven. So accumulated all your good reactions. It was me. A million accumulated so much. Because of this, you have to live. So therefore, in that accident, half of your good reaction came and saved you your life. But as per nature, you have to have some incident, some accident should be there, therefore small broke even this thing. So therefore, you save with the God. I am the custodian of all your good actions, good reactions. I keep with me. I give it to you. You do not automatically come to you to save. That is it. Very, very significance of in this particular organization, seva. There is no English word for seva. Everybody uses seva in English dictionary. There is no word seva. Is no word. For all, if you want to talk about seva, they use the word transcendental loving service. Such a big one. Because those in their culture, there is no word is seva. Here, what do you mean by seva? You sacrifice. You love them. Yes, they are needy people. You love them and sacrifice your efforts, your shrama, your energy to them, make them happy, and nothing is given to you. Only thing is your good reactions will accumulate in his bank. So every Sai devotee, I am sure you would have opened account with him. But how much you accumulated, he only knows. So try to accumulate as much as possible so that not only save you, but another thing, it also saves your family. Whatever you do such good thing, it also saves your family. I'll just give you an example. Maila should know. My daughter-in-law was in USA and she was with the family there 5 months. So in USA, the doctor every month they check regular checkup. They said no, the child is no brains, so it has been terminated. So my daughter-in-law told my son, and I was in Vrindavan with Swami. He telephoned from there. Daddy, this is what doctor says, terminate, you remove the uterus and all that, what do you say? Hey, wait man, we'll ask Swami, let Swami say, then we'll take a decision, don't bother. So, yeah, I was having lunch with him. After lunch, I came very close to his ear, Swami, that my first daughter-in-law, 5 months pregnant, the doctor said, child has no brain, it has been terminated. Swami's instruction, we are waiting for Swami's instruction. You know what, sir? He said, bring the child, I want to see. Then I told my son, hey Baba, whether she dies or does not die, or he or she, we don't know. Bring the child, give the mass of flesh also, we put at Swami's feet. You asked me to bring, we brought it, Swami. So the child was delivered, of 3 weeks, they brought the baby. And Swami interview, he saw the baby like this. This baby, that American fellow said, no brain. He has no brain. Then this baby is going to be most intelligent in your family. You are not even that intelligent, you are more than intelligent you. Then they ask, how Swami? You are accumulated, I say, those who depend on you also get the credit. You understand? So therefore, it is not only for you, for your wife or the children, for your daughter-in-law or grandson, entire family. So that is the accumulation of your good reactions, and do not accept anybody says thanks. No, thank the Lord. In Sanskrit, it is known as Naishkamya karma. In law of nature, every action has got a reaction, isn't it? But here, there is no reaction on you. The reaction goes to Lord. That is known as Naishkamya karma. So now it is only in this organization, in the entire world, do seva and offer your results to the Lord. Right, sir? Yes. Anything else?
The things your hand will go back.
What is it? Tomorrow you lost my shirt, my banyan, everything you lost. Okay, we will talk about this.
All your chain, your ring.
People may you are going to rob me or what? Anyway, you see, in one particular month in Kodaikanal, Swami was giving a talk. See, all of you, when you are in my physical presence, you behave very well. I was so happy with your behavior. But the moment I go to the first floor, you people in the ground floor, one fellow put his leg like that, another put like that, other happy to talk, he removed his shirt, banyan, elders are there. So they think that I am not here. They think I am only sleeping in the first floor, you can do whatever it is. And secondly, when they go home, they forget me. I am very, very concerned about the children, about the students. Elderly people, it's all right, you are gone to hell, that's all. So we can't change, you are already, see the tree has grown up like this, went to the next house. How to change, how to bring it back here unless you remove everything. Whereas a plant, if it goes like this, immediately we can put a stick there and tie up with a rope so it goes straight. So that is why I take more interest in the children. See, the children, I am very concerned about it. You know what, after that, hey, you speak. Then I said, see, Swami says that we are not following, we don't feel his presence whenever we go outside Prasanthil. As long as Prasad we feel his presence, then only he says, Sainam, very, very behavior, good behavior, outside, hi, outside. So that is not correct. So I told him, the example, I gave an example. There is a rich man, he is a Sai devotee, he has got a car, he wants to go to his office, and he told the driver, keep the car ready, I'm coming, we'll go to the office. He said, yes sir, car, and the driver is not a Sai devotee, he is opposite group. So the moment the boss sits in the car, hey, put the Sai bhajan, CD bhajan. So that fellow, he likes only rock and roll music or Hindi music, something like that. But here, boss says, put only CD bhajan. So he can drive very cautiously, no overtaking, no crossing the yellow line, correctly he goes. When there is stopping signal, his friends call him, hello. He did not want to talk to his friends because he is afraid, because the boss is there in the rear seat. You only see the road, nothing else. So he goes to the office and boss says, all right, go home. Madam wants to go for shopping. He said, yes sir. The moment he goes there and put a cigarette, smoking, remove the CD bhajan, put some rock music, and then the friends, they call him, he goes there, ask for it, come on, sit in the car, let's have a tea. So he takes his friends to a tea shop, have tea, and goes back home. The madam asks, why so late, man? Traffic jam, madam. Traffic jam, madam. So now here we have to analyze the behavior of the driver when the boss was in the car and his behavior of the driver when boss was not in the car. Which is better, which is good when boss was in the car. So similarly, the body is your car. You are the driver and the rear seat Lord is there. Swami is seated in your heart. If you have that kind of a feeling, you never do any wrong. You never do anything. No bad thoughts, no feeling, no bad action, no bad speech. So keep Swami, carry Swami in you. You and Swami are one in this body. No separation. The separation comes only when you die. Till then, you and Swami are there. If you feel the presence of the Lord, you can never do any mistake. You are sure to come to me, to my kingdom, eternal kingdom. You must have seen in Christmas holidays, every Christmas season, they put an oak tree, O-A-K tree, Christmas tree. Have you seen the Christmas tree? Christmas tree. They put a lot of cereals, lights, so much of bulbs, and then you send a Merry Christmas greetings. So he takes your greeting and put it on the tree. You must have seen that. Lot of things. What is the significance of it? Nobody knows. I asked some of the Christians, what is it? No, this is a regular routine, not routine. There must be some reason. Then I explained to him. The Christmas tree represents heaven, eternal kingdom, his abode. Abode means residence in Sanskrit, his abode. And the cereal lights, they are all the God realized souls for which he has given a place in the eternally in his kingdom. So when you send a Merry Christmas greeting, he asks Swami or the Lord and Jesus, please give a seat in your heaven also. That is the purpose of keeping Christmas tree. So similarly, every religion talks about love, nothing else than love. So when I said like this, Swami is like this, Swami was very much happy. You are able to explain my concept. He called me and materialized this ring. Then I asked him, what Swami, you are not there? You see this eye, you are not there. This is also mine. Let's have no further questions. See, it all depends upon how you elaborate, how you understand his concept, how you are able to implement his concept, be practical, and then explain to him, this is what Swami says. It's a simple thing. It looks as though in the beginning it was the greatest philosophy, highest philosophy. In the simplest language, to the lowest person you should tell. That is incarnation. See, if you give a highly biblical language, English, how many people can understand? Maybe 10%. But he goes down to root, he talks to everybody. You just imagine how many people are talking about, how many people are listening to Swami, how many people are happy about Swami. See, in the beginning, I was an atheist. I was compelled to go to Puttaparthi because my wife wanted to go, so Swami was there. I said, I am not coming. All right, they forced me to go. Okay. I was a cricketer in my college in those days. So, and my father-in-law was the Union Public School chairman, elderly man, please come, sir. The father-in-law requesting son-in-law, I said, sir, what to do? Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. So I went there and I was playing cricket at a distance. Swami is coming another 10, 15 minutes, come. Sir, I'm not come here to see him. You go and see him. I say, what is this? I'm only playing cricket. No, my wife came. What is all this? Courtesy. Some VIP is coming to our house. What is it? Okay. I started playing this. Hey, wash your face, dirty face, you are sweated all. And what did they say? He's just walking on half a minute, not even see about 2-3 seconds, that's all. Why should I wash my face? I'll wash it after the game is over. No. She brought a towel, face, rubbed my face, and then already somebody is coming, and I said, like that. Put my legs like this. And Swami got down and saw me, smile. I bent down my head like this. I said, what is this? Why should I bend down my head? Something wrong. So he went and again came back after 2-3 minutes. Again, I bent down. This time I want to keep my head like this. So the only guy bent down like this. Something is going on, some black magic is going on. I was supposed to be a boxer in my college, I was very courageous, and NCC means military. In those days, college has got they teach military training in the college for 2 years. I was in that, why should I be? Then, and my elderly people, please come and sit inside. Okay, you start about poor people, you must help poor people, needy people, love them. Don't think you are rich, they are poor, all are equal. These are all things we used to like, his kind of a teaching. So then, one day, say, you be in charge of Swami. What do you mean in charge of Swami? I'm like, I'm hungry today, I want to have food. No. Unless the Swami takes food, we won't give you food in our own house. What is this? I say, I'm hungry, no hungry business. Then I went to Swami. I did not even address my Swami. Lunch is ready. Bangaru, you have it. He said, very good, thank you. And okay. I told our people, I'll give permission to eat it. No. You will say like that, but you won't give food, wait. Again I went. So why can't you also have? I said, as if we are both equal. Look at the way in which my supreme ignorance and my atheism. No, Bangaru. Bangaru means gold. That's a pet name that we used to call. From French, one couple is coming. So they're coming, I'm waiting for them. I'll bless them and then come. If you want, you can have. No, I'll also wait. I was waiting outside, a taxi came, husband, wife. I simply went them, are you from Paris? As if I knew everything. Yeah. That is language. So I told they come. So these people went inside. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, my hunger is increasing. And what to do? And then the screen was there. I just saw the screen, what is going on inside? And they're crying. And Swami put his both hands on their heads. They're probably some sorrowful, something. So I kept quiet. They came back. And the lady was given a big chain up to this with a cross. And for it, there's a ring. Jesus' ring. So he was just, they very happily went away. So lunch was ready. I'm a leader of the opposition, atheist. I took his left hand like this. There is a question. I'm asking a question to Swami. Yes, what is it? You do not know French. They do not know English. What language did he speak? Look at my ignorance, my arrogance. You know what the Swami said? Whatever the language is in the tongue, language of the heart is the same, isn't it? That's all, no further questions. Then after day or two, why can't you use Swami, your car for Swami to go? I use it. No, you have to try. I don't know the rules, roads here. No, somebody will help you. So one day when somebody came and took me all these places, second day Swami came and said, let's go. I will tell you where to go. So I went to left, right, and left. We went away off the town. We're going. He did not, go about 20-30 kilometers outside the town. And the small villages soil roads will be there. Hardly 12-15 feet. Go take a right turn. Okay, right turn. But 1 kilometer inside there is a big banyan tree. Under this banyan there is a cobbler stitching the slippers. He stopped the car, he reduced the car. Hey, come! He told the cobbler. And that cobbler got up, ready, please come. I said, what is this? This man is talking to cobbler and cobbler is talking to him. They're good friends, it seems. Then I kept quiet. And then going, and this cobbler was running. I'm going behind the car slowly. Swami said, hey, poor man is running. Make him sit next to you. He's sitting next to me in the car. What to do? Okay, stop the car, come and sit. In villages in those days, there are two kinds of colonies. One is the Brahmin colony, other is the scheduled colony. Scheduled colony is the poorest people, lowest people, 99% only huts. And flooring is cow dung flooring. You must have seen cow dung flooring in villages. So car stopped there. I stopped the car. Already smell is there, stinking smell. What to do? So he got out. That man said, please come Swami inside. Swami went in. So let him go, let him have the smell. I'll stay outside. Hey, you also come inside. Okay, I know that go. And that fellow in a mat, you must have seen in villages, there's a mat, torn mat. Here our sides are torn. You put your Swami, please be seated. That is the chair. He sat there. Yeah, what is this? Torn mat. How many people sat there? Here he's putting this dirty. Then that man asked Swami, Swami, would like to drink something? And Swami said, that is up to you. And Swami said, shall I give some buttermilk, Swami? Okay. And in villages, in those days, aluminium glass should have be there. And the aluminium, so many dents should be there, that? Used by them. And he brought buttermilk in that. What sort of water it is? No groundwater, lake water, what water it is? To guarantee stomach upset, lose motions. You know what Swami said? He also wants a glass. Why? I was till I go to Anandapur, I should not have any stomach upset, let it lose motion. Where to go for lose motion? Swami. All right, close your eyes, just gulp like medicine. And Swami was talking so many things. And I was wondering where to go. No stomach, so far no stomach ache. We don't know. But better when you travel in the car, I might get it. So afterwards, he talked to his wife, he talked to the children, I'll take care of them and all those things. And we sat in the car. First thing was, why did you come here? If you want, we would have brought him to Anandapur. Why did you come all the way, all the 35 kilometers from there? This fellow, in the previous birth, 10 kilometers he used to walk to the temple with little campfire. That's all he could afford. And he would put campfire before me. So could I not go at least one to his house? Is the logical question, logical answer. How do I know the previous birth? He may be tired. He may be bluffing. That's not my own. No, immediately. What I have said is Satyam, I am not bluffing, he says. Whatever thing he knows about the best thing is not to think. Then, Swami, that buttermilk, I said, that buttermilk, no, nothing will happen to you. No stomach ache, no loose motion, don't worry. He coolly came back. Later on we understand the love for, he is not bothered about your richness. He is not bothered about your personality. He is only bothered about your love, purity of heart. Further he says, when a fellow puts his leg for the stitching of shoes or slippers, and that man asked how much you should pay. That fellow said, up to you, sir, up to you, Swami. So that means he is asking me, up to you. He is not asking that man, he is asking me. So I have to give 2 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees like that. So this is the love he has. Whatever he gets it, it is because of my Swami. That is the love he has. You people, you get money, oh, I worked hard, so I got it. That's what you say. But you forget that I have given you. See, that is the difference between you and that cobbler. My profession is cobbler, but he's going to be all right. Why I am telling you, Lord's expressions, his experience, he would only see your heart. He is not bothered about your physical personality, right, and all that. Similarly, you must have seen, I don't know, how many people know about Jyoti Basu. He is a hardcore communist. He was the chief minister of West Bengal for 23 or 24 years. Anybody from Bengal? Nobody there. At least you know that West Bengal chief minister, a communist chief minister for 25 years. His wife was a devotee. Before that, he was a MP in Delhi. So his wife used to come and Swami said, Swami, I want to bring my husband also. I know he does not believe, why are you bringing? No, Swami, you should bless him. So she forced him, you should come. That fellow gave condition, I will not sit down, I want a chair, and I will not touch his feet, I will not talk to him. You talk, I keep quiet. All the conditions. Okay, the wife said, okay. So I was there, she came, I told Swami that they have come. I put a chair for him, he said, Swami. Put a chair for him. He wants a chair, so put a chair for him. I put a chair, this lady came. This lady, when did you come and all those things, he was talking, he was blessing. All of a sudden, this man got out of the chair and touched the Swami's feet. And he's a hardcore communist. No, you did not want to touch my hair. Why you have to tell me? You sit down, he said. You did not want to touch my feet. But why are you touching? You please sit down, he said. That man got guilty. See, then he, after some time, when the Swami was talking, he said, my Lord, I am a communist, hardcore communist. I belong, we are using force to get money from the rich and give it to the poor. Whereas you are also doing the same thing, but you are using your love. Here, automatically rich people give money for the welfare of the poor. You are the high quality, mine is low quality. I don't want to do, I will come and save here. I'll come and serve here and stay here. Because you accept community policy, but with love. Whereas we force. Swami said, no, you have got a lot of work to do. You go to West Bengal, you are going to be chief minister, this policy you implement there. He was the only chief minister in the whole of the world, especially in India, 23 years chief minister. Like that, he changes. Those who come to me automatically change. And in our Tamil Nadu is full of atheists. Government is full of atheists. It's not ordinary government, it's full of atheists. Rama, who is Rama? He's a useless, bloody fool. That's what people talk. Rama is the villain, Ravana is the hero. According to Rama and according to Such people, what to say? One more question.
Uncle, you shared, you were very close to Swami and shared with him, many months and years sleeping, with Swami. I'm sure you would have experienced a lot of things, with Swami. Can you just share something on that?
What did you mean?
You stayed with Swami for many months and years. Can you share what Swami does at night,
I had the opportunity of sleeping in his room, and Swami is in the cot. I used to be in the bed here on the floor. So 7 o'clock we both go to the room. 7 to 8, I used to press his legs, and we can talk to each other. Ask any questions. We are only two in the room, nobody else. So we can talk and all those things. First day when I went, I wanted to see how he is going to sleep, what sort of, and 8 p.m. light should be on, fan, no AC, fan should be there, AC, light should be on like this. We sleep without the lights, but he sleeps with the lights. And he turns to the left, 8 p.m. So first day I was watching. Generally, when we sleep on the left, sometimes we come to the right, sometimes we could step, and then sometimes we see the bed. We keep on doing so many things before the 8 hours or whatever. Only like this. 4 a.m. he turns like this, look at the fan. And 5 p.m. he gets up. I rolled my bed, I put all his bed, his bed sheet, blanket and everything, then I had to go come out. One day, 4 p.m. 4 a.m. he did not touch like this. 5 a.m. he was supposed to he did not get up. He was only like this. Then I got scared, whether should I go out or not. Okay, I'm supposed to go out, he can come back at 6:45 for darshan. And what to tell, he is not sleeping, and I simply opened the door at 6 o'clock. And all the people waiting. Swami comes down like this. What has happened? Swami is sleeping, he is not getting up. So all the senior people came inside. The Swami is like this only. Whether Swami is breathing or not breathing, we don't know. Somebody kept putting his hand near the nose, no breathing. Then everybody got scared, and people are waiting for darshan. 9 o'clock, 9:30, Harati should be given. 9:30 is still there. How to tell whether it's... Then somebody decided, let us give Harati. The Harati was given. 12 o'clock only we were sitting there, seated. How to tell? What is he? Whether he has a left body or what is it? 12:25, 12:25, he turned like this. Oh my God, he turned. Then he got up. What happened? Did you give Harati? He said. Yes, Swami, Harati, as usual at 9:30. See, I'm late. I went to Mehboob Khan. Mehboob Khan was his teacher, Muslim teacher. I went to his house, he was suffering from poverty, his wife and children did not get married, he was worried about it. I arranged all the marriages for them, I gave all the jewels, everything for them. So that's why it came late. I'm sorry, don't mistake. Don't mistake. Look at the way he looks like. That is humility. That is humility. That is the reason why when Swami must have seen, he will keep on doing like this. When you see that. Correct? What does he do? Now that he's asked you to get out. You see, you have to elevate yourself to higher level of consciousness. You have animal consciousness now, you have to elevate. And whenever you sing bhajans, you see how you did it, you put it like this. Correct? Correct? What does it mean? This is Lord. This is you. You come and go back here to the world. With these three, pull you back. Rajoguna, Samaguna, pull you back. Again you come to me, again they go to the world. Again you come to me, go to the world. Be here permanently. How to be here? This is Lord means where is the Lord of the lotus feet? Lotus feet is here. Come to lotus feet, then my grace will cover you. You will be here with me always. This is known as Adi Vigraha, Adi Mudraha, Adi Mudra. Practice this. This will only give you a feeling that you are with him. Secondly, your stomach's gas problems will not be there. According to Sanskrit. Adi Mudra. Like this, throw both the hands you can do it. So this is what we have to learn from every action of his, there is a meaning. If you do not know anything about it, you better ask him. You can ask him, convince Swami, we don't know, we don't understand. And one day, hey, say something humor to children. Spirituality, very question of humor or joke. So and I was busy doing my work then. Hey, call that buffalo, he said. So I came, Swami. No, I did not call. You call me just a buffalo, Swami. Are you buffalo? Yes, Swami. Then you cannot, be a child. You must be a child. One day, I'll tell you about this later, Ramayana. I don't know whether you people know Ramayana or not. How many people know about Ramayana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's all. Forget about Ramayana. I don't want to tell because people don't know what Ramayana is. Now, another thing. April 14th, Tamil New Year's Day, always. We are in Vrindavan. Krishnamurthy, like this, correct. Keep it like this. You were sleeping or you're driving a car, when you're sitting in the car, you're sitting at home, always practice this. So 28th we are going to April, we are going to Kodaikanal, you come here 28th, come there. Swami, I kept a meeting there on 28th of April. I'll ask somebody to address the meeting, I'll come on 20th. No, you address the meeting, come on 29th. So after 29th we came, by the time we reached it was about 5 o'clock, Swami got inside, went inside. Whether to go inside or not to go, what to do, how to ask, nobody there to say word. So I waited, next day morning. So next day morning I stood like this in front, I let him, he walked as if without seeing him, he went away, just like that. What it is, what I say, he did not see me in the evening. We had to sit in the first floor. I was in Kodaikanal. Who has to Kodaikanal? Nobody has gone to Kodaikanal. Okay. In the first floor, Swami gives a lecture, bhajan and all. So there I stood in the front row, sat in the first row. Swami saw me. That means go and speak. So I went there. I spoke. Because I was emotionally, I was feeling sorry because Swami did not see me. I did not talk to Swami. So after speaking about 20 minutes, he was very, sit down. So I'm sitting next to Swami. Swami is going to call me inside. And Swami went inside. He did not call me. What to do, to go or not to go? Again, question mark. Next day morning, he went to my wife's place, lady's place. That buffalo, you know. Do you think I should take care of him or he should take care of me? He's buffalo, no brain, no sense. My wife came back. What is this you are doing? You see, Swami is banging, you should not have gone inside. Okay, we went there inside. The moment I got it, hey, Anil, come on, get the cane. I want to eat him. I want to beat him. Get the cane. Where the cane there? And that fellow dancing. Yes, Swami, I'm getting him. Here, Swami, here, Swami. See, Swami, you cannot say no to everything. You say, yes, Swami. 2 places is fine. Yes, Swami. That's all. And Swami, there's no cane, Swami. I'll show you my hand, Swami. Two hands. Swami, there's no cane. I will eat myself. Oh, you're playing Facebook, is it? Very slow, very slow. Next, second day, I said, it's okay. Yesterday evening, how did you speak? I said, you spoke very well. Where did you get these points? I love you, Swami. That's the answer. Hey, look at that fellow. He loves me. He loves me. Kept quiet. Next day morning, he was sitting alone, like this. So I went to say, what, Swami, anything bite, any insect bite, or jaw, or bone, or teeth, any problem? Hey, you eat very hard, I say. Can you imagine? Whatever I hit myself, pain went to him, not to me. Tear came from my eyes, I just fell down. Why, Swami, why should you take all these things? You're my child. I can't allow my children to suffer. Look at the way he talks. So be a child for him forever. Age is not the criterion. You may be 80 or 90 or 80-year-old. Be a child for him. He takes care of you. That is God. That's why we call him God. God is, what do you mean by God? God is 100% selfless. He comes for ourselves. To reform us, to transform us, to get back home. You must have seen in the children like you have a small child, 6-year-old, 7-year-old child, studying in a class school. There's a school bus is there. School bus at 4 o'clock, the school closes. The child sits in the bus, 4:30, somebody bus stand. We are waiting for the child to come in the bus. One day the mother saw the little child in the bus. What to do? She gets scared. She goes run back to school. And then he is playing with everybody. They come and say, no mommy, I'm playing here, I'll come late. That means what? You did not come according to time. Therefore, mother came in search of the child. Am I correct? So similarly, we did not do our duty as a human being in this world, which he has given to us. This is what you should do, this is what you should do. But we are not doing. Therefore, Lord incarnated himself as a mother. And he showers his love on you to understand God has come for us. God has come for us, to reform us, to take us back home. So this is what we should learn. We are the children of Lord. Keep that in mind. All are children of Lord, but we are recognized. We recognize our parent. Swami also recognized all the people in the creation, but we only recognized him. Others did not recognize him. That is the difference between outside, others outside. So there is no question of going in a temple or a church or a mosque. Everything is here. When I am in your presence, what more do you require? I explained about the car. When the Lord is in the driver is in the boss is in the rear seat. So driver does not require anything, any instructions. Similarly, when Lord is in you, you realize that Lord is in you. You don't have to read anything. He tells you what to do. He gives you advice. Just follow his instruction. Throughout our life, you must follow and get back home. But if you fail, you will suffer. Don't fail. For example, you somebody, a student, his parents are middle class people, they will tell him, study well in the class, be careful, listen to the lectures, take notes, and keep very good, and you will get first class in the university. All those things. In the class, 30-40 students are there. Somebody is a mobile phone, somebody is some books, somebody is cricket, somebody is playing, somebody is walking. So they are not bothered about it. You need you went and told parents, say, Daddy, all people are like that. You don't bother, you concentrate on your education only, forget about it. So he studies well. And question of January, examination in the month of April or May. So the other students, let us study from January onward. So meanwhile, this one is studying very well, very close. And they used to invite him for other function, other party and all. No, I'm not coming. He said, I'm not coming. So the other students, they want to study examination. They also must write examination, isn't it? So they want to buy the textbooks. So much of textbooks are there. Too much of books. How to read all these things in a matter of 5 months. So I'll buy guide. But some guides also, so many guides are there. This is also too much for me. So go to the professor. Sir, please give 20 questions in every subject. I will take out the subject, history, mathematics, geography, they are all 20 questions. He went to Murugan temple. Muruga, all these questions I am going to study. And please see that these questions alone come in the examination. And I will break 108 coconuts. But today, advance, I will break 1 coconut. That means he has no faith. See, 107 I will break after the performance. See, that itself is a doubtful man. So the question paper is Muruga, 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 Muruga is all chanting Muruga's name. The question paper distributed. So question paper came, he took one question paper, Muruga, 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 no question. What to do? This studious fellow, virtuous fellow was studying. He was sitting in the front. He gave him a kick, hey, keep the paper, I want to copy. So he started copying. So invigilator comes, catches hold of him, report to this university. University says, debarred, 3 years, you cannot come to the college, you cannot write the exam, debarred. Why? He did not do the duty of a student, correct? Instead he wasted his time for something else, not study. Similarly here, the whole world is a university. We are all the final class in the university. So what we do is, if you do not follow, we have certain dharma. Dharma means certain righteousness. We have to do it as a human being. If you do not follow your righteousness as commanded by God, you cannot get a degree and come out. You have to fail. Like debar. We have to debar ourselves. Debar means what? Now we have 2 legs. Debar means go to 4 legs, go to 6 legs, go to 8 legs. Animal. Should we have to go to animal stage again? We have only come from animal only to 2 cases. Again get back to 8 stage, how many years? So be careful. This is our final class. Final year, 2 legs. There is nothing beyond human being personality. So we have to go. Be careful and be ready to go. Ready to go means what? That means if Swami calls you today, you will go? No, you don't go. I got a lot of work, Swami. One fellow, I went to Swami. Swami, 35 years, and the past 35 years, I am the president of the center. Everything is done by me. I only give harati. I only make people sit here, sit there. I only give what bhajan should sing and all those things. I have complete control, Swami. Very good. Now what? I enjoyed everything, Swami. Everything, all the 35 years I enjoyed. Okay, you just that way, why need to come? Where? My abode. Swami, I got children, not yet married. So I want to see my daughter, my children, they got married. After marriage, okay, after marriage you will come. What, Swami? After marriage, at this age, you want to not see my grandchildren at least? Okay, you see the grandchildren. Are you prepared to come? Swami, I did not know about Balavikas. When I was young, there was no Balavikas. I want to see my grandchildren to join in Balavikas. I want to see they grow in Balavikas. So how many? Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, 16 years. Okay, next. Swami, I heard that now 1918, Sathya Sai left. So 1926, you came back again after 8 years of gap. Book says you are going in 2026. So another 8 years means you are going to come back at 2034 as Prema Sai. I saw this form. Could think I should see the Prema Sai form also. Okay. We will come at the time. Swami, I did Pada Seva to you so many times. One Pada Seva for Prema Sai. When I say check, no Swami, when I become 20-year-old. That is 2034 plus 20, 2054. What is year now? 2000. How many years are more? 54 years. What is your age? 60. So you want to live 114 years? You can't see, you had like this, no age to you. What to do? What, Swami? You dead people are gone, came for you gave life to dead bodies. After you make me young, Swami, again. See, this is the idea, this is the attachment we have in this world. When you call yourself, you should go. That is the real devotee. You come here, college also, you see, when you're in college, you finish your college course, go back home, you write a letter to the principal, please give me a transfer certificate. The principal writes back, hey, in physics department you broke certain items, in chemistry department you broke biodata and whatever it is, in library you took 2 books you did not give, come here, pay the money, and then send the receipts, then I'll consider you as a TC, transfer certificate. So all the way from Kuala Lumpur, he has to go to Madras to pay. He goes to the physics department, head of the department has to sign the receipt. So head of the department is on leave today. What happened? You have to stay there till he comes. All right, after 2 days he comes. Go to the chemistry department. He said, leave sir, you can, summer holidays. When will you come? Another 1 week. So you have to stay there for 1 week in Chennai at your expenses. Isn't it? Either you eat or sleep or whatever it is, you have to stay there. He gives a receipt. Go to the librarian, you take a receipt, all the 3. And then come to Kuala Lumpur, write a letter, then you get TC. But in the beginning itself, you had gone to the physics department to find out anything due in chemistry, anything library, nothing is due. If it is due, you pay everything. Then come to Kuala Lumpur, write a certain TC, they will get it. So similarly here, when you want to go back to heaven, clear all your doubts, clear all your debts, DEBTS, debts.
So uncle, it's getting late also. It is getting late.
No, I'm getting late, sir.
Okay. Uncle, those who wish to listen to Uncle, tomorrow he is going to Kajang Center. So if you are free, join us there. Uncle, the last, we can finish with this. You know, Karunanidhi is not a religious follower, but atheist. But then some or other, he actually, you were playing a role in bringing him to Swami's fold. Him as well as his family. Yes, can we finish with that?
You want me to talk about it? So we are talking more about atheists than devotees. See, in about 20 years ago, the Whitefield Swami Special Hospital must have seen. It was inauguration. So she wanted me to come on a particular day. I went the next day. Why come late when you should have come yesterday? Swami, in Chennai there is no water at all. There is water scarcity and we have to buy lorry and give to all the slums. So therefore we are distributing water. No, Swami, everybody gets only 2 buckets of water. How can they drink? How can they bathe? How can they cook? Swami, in that open inaugural of the hospital, I'll give water to Madras City. He announced. How does he give water to Madras City? Where is it? He called Chandrababu. Please allow us to take water from Krishna. There is a Krishna river, which is 264 miles. That means about nearly 500 kilometers. So gave a contract to Larsen Tubro, 284 crores step, made 250 width of the canal with complete concrete. Below the concrete they put cellophane paper so that no leak whatsoever. It came up to the Tamil Nadu border. Then he asked me, at the time Jayalalitha was the chief minister. I also knew her well. Hey, you go and get permission so that the 44 kilometers also we go. We can do the job. That woman said, no, don't worry, we will take care of it, you need not have to do it. I told Swami, she does not want to, I'll leave it. So the water is going, with that 30% sewage is there. So sand. Then Karnataka came as the next chief minister. Hey, you go and ask, if your friend go and ask. So I went and asked, please do it, sir, we are very careful. So we spent another 44 crores or something to complete that, the water came. Then he was very happy, so we wanted to thank him. No more thanks, he does not require thanks, you are happy. So Swami came to Madras in 2008. So there was a minister called Dayanidhi Maran. His father was a friend, Muraswali Maran, he was a friend of mine. So I was in their group, I was in the bad group. So, and another minister, he's youngster, he's 35 years. I am the cabinet minister and so on, so and so. Hey, shut up man, I know your father, tell me what you want to say. Oh, our Talevan means our president, our leader wants to talk to him, talk to Sai Baba. Not possible, not possible. Why? He's in the first floor, we have no telephones, no cell phones, no extension, the ground floor only. No, not possible. Then, so can you at least request? Request what? You can convey his message to him? All right, I went up. Swami, there is a phone call from like this. I said, who is the owner of the house? Who is calling? Owner of the house is Karnataka. He has to call. Somebody else calls me, how can I go? He said. I told him, if Karnataka calls, he might come. I said, how to call him? He wants to talk, but Swami does not want to talk over the phone. He does not come down. You send a letter, I said. So immediately Karnataka wrote a letter in Tamil and sent it to me. I went and told it to Swami, letter has come. We read out, Swami, we are very grateful, we are grateful to you, I have get this water, this and that, we want to honor you, please come home. Something like that. So tomorrow 4 o'clock evening we'll go there and tell him. You go in the morning, check up everything. So morning I went there, Baba, don't cook non-vegetarian food. There are non-vegetarians. Don't cook, for heaven's sake, non-vegetarian food. No drinks in your house. So you don't smoke, you don't drink also, no non-vegetarian food. What sort of food does he take? Does not take anything, small, little things, some vada, something like that. Small little thing. He does not any coffee, tea, no milk, water, mineral water. Or just give mineral water. And don't use your plates for him. Buy new plates, new glasses. I remember the cobbler story. So buy new glass, keep it. Everything agreed. So 4 o'clock I'll bring him. 4 o'clock I'll bring him. He said, I know, unusual. Wait. Switch off. So 4 o'clock we came along with Swami. These two ministers, that is that Morsal Man's son, Doraemon is the cabinet minister, another minister, both. Swami, please come. So Swami went to the wheelchair. Karunanidhi was there. Karunanidhi, Swami, we are grateful to you. You have come to our house and all those things. Immediately, he called his wife, first wife. You can imagine, Swami, my first wife. So, metalized 2 diamond bangles. Put it to Karunanidhi. Put it to her hand. So you put it. Swami, my second wife. Rajati. Okay, come. Swami, my grandchild, everybody, some with the earrings, some rose rings over. These two ministers who are getting, Swami, what do we get, Swami? He said, okay, for you, 2 diamond rings, both 2. See, exactly suits you. Swami, it's okay, Swami, what do you give for our president, Swami, for our Talevan means in language, Tamil, president. For your president, I give myself to him, he said. Then they don't understand. And imagine, Swami was in wheelchair. He was in wheelchair. Swami got up. I went there to just worry. Well, it means living. He stood up. He asked Karnataka, he went to Karnataka, get up. He got up. Both went to the room, closed the door. And for 10 or 20 minutes, then they came back. He sat down, let's go. So we came back. I said, what happened, Swami? No, he realized who I am, he realized what God is. He knows that God is in him. He knows that's what I wanted. Next day, he arranged a big felicitation meeting for Swami. So many chief ministers from every state came, central government ministers came, governors came, and everyone was praising 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. You know what, Karnataka is a poet. He's supposed to be an atheist. How to praise Swami in the presence? He has got a beautiful language. If Swami is the Kaveri river, if Baba is the Kaveri river, he says that the Kaveri has got 5 tributary rivers. Tributary rivers means depending on Kaveri. If there is water in Kaveri, there is water in here. So that one of the tributary names, river name is Kolladam in Tamil. If Swami is the Kaveri Nadi, I am Kolladam. That means what? If river is in the Kaveri Nadi, river is there, here is also river. If Kaveri river, no Nari, no water here also. That is, I solely depend upon Kaveri river. I solely depend upon you. The way he explained in a poetic language. He's the one who attracts in a Tamil poet. Then there is one more hardcore community called DK. That is harder than DMK. That fellow came and started begging Karnataka. Why did you bring my son? Why did you felicitate him? Why did you felicitate him? We are all atheists. We don't belong to all these Rama, Krishna, Govinda. We don't belong to all these things. Why did you felicitate him? I say, listen, man. Puttaparthi was nobody knows. Only after the Sai Baba came into the world, the whole world knows where is Puttaparthi. And second, how many millionaires are there in our country? Many millionaires are there. They got many, huge money. What is money he has? No money. His bank account maintained by the trust. He does not have any bank account. He wears only these two ropes. And all the money that comes goes to the trust. He never takes one money. Food is given by somebody. Whenever food, 4 or 5 houses bring food. The vendors comes in, from my house, from Sadhana, we all take it. He takes, you give this, just to please us. So like this. And then, did he ask? He only asked for it. Let me give water. Can we say no? And then he did not give loan. Even if his loan would have accepted it. No loan, free, no interest, nothing. A person of the individual soul who was born unnoticed in those days. Now today he has given 284 crores of water, Tamil Nadu water. Could you not thank him at least? As a humanitarian, forget you others may be called God, others may be God. For us, you need not. Then that way there is no voice. Then for his birthday, he sent his son, Stalin. His name is Stalin, communist name. See, going to birthday, he touched Swami's feet. After a month, Karnataka, I want to operate backache. So he sent his son again. Please get Swami's permission to operation. So he explained. Swami called. See, they will cut it on the left. Left is okay. Only they must cut it on the right only, he said. Yes, sir. So he went to the Apollo hospital. He went to the doctor. See, don't cut on the left. Cut on the right. Hey, I'm 35 years of experience as a doctor. You are a bloody Stalin. What do you know about where to cut? You are trying to teach me? This first Stalin came back. Then afterwards, when he cut the left is intact, correctly there. The right only there is some problem. He repaired it. He came back to Stalin. Hey Stalin, how did you say this? I said, Baba, I didn't say that. This is Swami. I said, had I told him before, I would have understood. I said, what is it you did tell? See how he wanted to, he converts, he transforms. There is no question of atheism in this world. Every man has conscience. Only thing, some people realize, some people do not realize. That's all. Right? Okay? Thank you and Sai Ram to you.
Saram, Uncle, thank you very much. I will ask Chairman to close, but for your information, we are trying to bring Uncle somewhere in December 2nd and 3rd. We are having a Tamil convention where Uncle is a key speaker for the convention. We are bringing 2 or 3 albums. We also try and organize one program for all of you to attend so Uncle can share his experience. With that, I will pass it to
Sai Ram. We've had a wonderful session. So, don't go ahead. with uncle here. And
just for the information, uncle's 80 years old. He's still steady, alert. He knows exactly,
I mean, he's telling uncle's older than me, okay? Right. I've known uncle for many, many years, okay? And I've seen him, the first time actually we associated so closely because of his presence here. And to thank the council for inviting uncle here for the session. I just want to also mention here that very first time I'm hearing mind and telling that, already no one tells me anything, okay? That he's bringing here in December, is it? So that will be a good one. I must tell you something very unusual, uncle, today, you know. Because you are coming, all these youngsters were in charge of bhajans, okay? They want a shot in the bhajan. Normally, they give me one song, I must give permission to sing here. Normally, they give me one song, and I must, this is a bhajan contract. And he said, can I sing today? And she said, okay, you can sing. Then you sing, no, you give me what I should sing. I said, yes, 3 black full. So today they decided to choose the best singers only to sing today. And I didn't sing. He told me, uncle, we have just chosen the best singers today. So, uncle, others are singing today. Okay, I am next time, you know. So you can see where I am. But these are wonderful guys, man. They are the future of this organization. I also tell them always, don't just only sing, also go and serve. So they will one day become. Next time you come, Swami, one of these fellows will be the president here, standing here. Mind will be sitting in the back. Dear devotees, let's all give uncle here a big hand.
One minute.
Oh.
I was telling him, don't thank people, thank the Lord. He's
Yeah,
thanking
but
me.
I haven't finished, brother.
Always, everything is done by God.
I know, I haven't finished yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish that first. I'll tell you about this uncle. I want to thank him, uncle here. But above him, I want to thank Swami for bringing me here, to Malaysia. Okay. And thank Swami for giving his words to speak like this today, without notes, nothing, All his heart is full of notes. Uncle, we also learn how to speak a little bit. Not only all the Tamil was in India, we also Tamils here. Okay? I want to request our president. He's the chairman of the center. All these people are bosses. You know how many bosses I don't know? I got a bhajan coordinator, one boss with me, then I got a chairman boss with me, then Mindran is there, then all these people, so many bosses, So I got the SSIO, 3 bags full, everyone. So I think they want to offer you something. Would you like to say thank you?
I am servant of the Lord. He asked me to send my profile a couple of months ago. I will say three lines. One, my profession, serving the Lord and His devotees. My designation, servant of the Lord. My emoluments, my pay, grace of the Lord.
Wow, that's the highest pay you get, man.
So I have come here under the command of God, not because these people called in. I always consult Swami to go or not to go. If he says go, then I'll come at my own expense. He told me I'll send a ticket. No, I'll come at my own. Because Swami does not want others to suffer for my visit. That is Swami's duty. I came here under the command of God to please His children, to make your children His children more comfortable. And if at all you want to thank me, thank your Divine Father for having sent a servant to talk about it. That's all, sir.
Everybody, thank you, Bhagavan.
Everybody accepted it.
Hey, all together. You know what he said? No one accepted it. Everyone together, thank you, Bhagavan.
Yeah, that's correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
See, brother, instantly you obey. Yeah, what about the package? Like he wants a bigger parcel, so small. Such a small.
An officer, suppose he is the chairman of a company, I'm a manager. So whenever somebody calls me for a visit, I'm going to get the permission of the chairman. I'll go talk to our company and come back. When I go to their talk, I can't go to sightseeing and everything, I have to do my business. There, if somebody gives me a present, I have to give back to the chairman. Am I correct? I can't take it. So if I take it, I have to give back to God. Am I correct? Then you give me, I will give back to God.
He is coming, he is Tat Tamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, he is God. So I am getting God from God.
Really, sir.
Luckily, you can give big one.
Okay.
Thank you.
God bless. Sai Ram. Sai Ram.
Thanks for highlighting this.
No, I should not give Harati because I am deprived of somebody's opportunity. Swami says you are doing too much, next time you cut your neck, you will say. So you please give your Harati.